Good day, everyone. Let's try to solve this geometry problem from the Brazilian Mathematics Olympiad. And here is the problem. We're given a semicircle with inscribed triangles in it. We're going to find the value of the mark angles. Now notice that the mark angles have tick marks, which indicates that they are equal. So that means we will just find for the measure of one of these angles, and the rest will just have the same measure. Now, in order to solve this, we need a circle. The reason being that since this is a semicircle resembles a circle. But we have to draw the circle first because we don't have theorems about semicircles. The only theorems that we have are just circles. So we're going to form a circle out of this figure by drawing a semicircle at the bottom of this semicircle that we have. So that would look like this one. And basically, this semicircle below is just the mirror of the semicircle that is already given. So that means these triangles here could be drawn as mirrors below. So we can have that one. Now take note, we are solving for the measure of these mark angles. So let's just try to label one of the angles as x. And since all of the mark angles are equal based on the given, then we are going to mark them all as x. Now notice that in this case, let's just take one angle x. Notice that this angle here formed by x intercepts this arc of the circle. So since you have an angle intercepting an arc, then we can now use the inscribed angle theorem for a circle, which states that an inscribed angle is 1/2 the measure of the intercepted arc. That means the measure of this angle x is 1/2 of this yellow arc that it intercepts. That means the measure of that arc that is intercepted by angle x is equals to 2x. Now, let's try to find for the remaining angle of each triangle. So that's x here. So obviously, we cannot assume that these triangles are equilateral, so we cannot say that this is x. So let's just name this with another variable, which is y. And since the angles of the triangles are equal, then the remaining angles will be equal. That's why the rest of the remaining angles of the triangle in the upper semicircle will be y. And since all the triangles at the bottom are just mirrors of the one on top, then the measures of the remaining angles of these triangles at the bottom will also be y. Now this time, let's take this angle here, formed by angle y. And let's have the same thing here. Now notice that they intersect these arcs here, this one and this one. And again, by the inscribed angle theorem, the measure of the angle is 1/2 the measure of their intercepted arc. Since each of the angle measures y, then the arcs that they intercept is measuring to y. Now from this figure, you can see that the yellow arc, which measures 2x, is now composed of two smaller arcs measuring 2y. Algebraically, we can represent it as 2x equals 4y. Or if we simplify it, y is equals to 1/2 of x. Now, if you consider any triangle inside the figure, this triangle, this triangle, this triangle, or any of this one, the measures of each triangle or the measures of the angles of each triangle will always be 180. So we use that idea since the angles are inside the triangle. We use that in order to find the measures of x and y respectively. The sum of the measures of the angles in a triangle, remember, is 180. That's why we have x plus y equals 180, or when we simplify it, we have 2x plus y equals 180. I just combined the two x's directly. Then, since we have y equals 1 half x, we can replace the y by 1 half x. So the equation becomes 2x plus 1 half x is equals to 180. We simplify the left-hand side, that becomes 5 over 2x equals 180. Multiply both sides by 2, we have 5x equals 360. And finally, dividing both sides by 5 in order to find the value of x, which is the one that we're looking for, we will arrive at 72, and this is the answer. That means the measure of the marked angle is equals to 72 degrees, and the problem is solved. So that's it for this video. Please don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more challenging geometry problems. Thank you so much. Enjoy learning.